Alright guys, so today we're going to be showcasing off an amazing deck idea, and it's utilizing Time Thieves and of course the Raid Raptors, and of course with the Orcust, but we're going to be also kind of discussing if Mermaid is banned in Orcust. It's no problem, because this deck will still be able to pull off basically the same concept and combo here, but you will be able to do this without needing Mermaid, which basically allows you to go easily into the standard Orcust combo, which is going to set you up with, of course, the Crescendo or Babel, and then, of course, you have the two Phantom Knights Fog Blade. Now, again, we're just skipping this step. I mean, just to check again, no Mermaid required, and look at what we're still able to do. Like, now, there is one card that Raid Raptors do tactically need, which is Y-Strix, which we still don't have in the TCG. When we are getting that, I don't know. But that is basically the key concept of this new build. Now, you can still definitely play Mermaid and go off completely, but it's the same concept, but you end up with, of course, having the ultimate Falcon, which is a pretty good card, you know, and we see Monster Reborn activated, which you could just bring back the ultimate Falcon, which is still a Dark Exceed monster, so there you go ahead and get the easy access to Bardiche, plus Soulshave Force will be able to let you go straight into Infinity, and you can pull off a lot of these crazy boards. Now, this one, we did have 1-for-1, so the board ended up being really insane as well. But keep in mind, again, you can pull off this combo quite easy in this deck, because, again, all you really need is Regulator. It's basically, the one video that I made a while back that a lot of people checked out, and if you guys haven't seen that, I'll pin it down below. We were missing one of the rank up cards to actually pull it off right now. Again, we don't have this card, but it's mostly going to be talking about, of course, if Mermaid is gone, you can still pull off this combo, because this card allows you to just set that one rank up, and on top of that, you can detach the other material from the other Raid Raptor, so you don't really need that, and then you can just Soulshave Force, go ahead and go right into Infinity, and if you wanted to, instead of going for the Time Thief Redoer right here, instead of going and adding the other Blade, you can go ahead and actually go for the Shade, and then that will allow you to have the attachment that you want on the Redoer, which will then give you the ability to bounce back a card, because it'll guarantee you that that you have a trap attached to the Time Thief card. So that will help out quite a bit as well. And then we got really lucky here with the Time Thief, gonna go ahead and be able to attach another card. But at this point, like, it's already game, it doesn't really matter. But what this play allows you to do is really secure those times. I know there's some people that like to go for Babel. I've always been an advocate of making Crescendo a priority, unless of course you have something else to prevent evenly matched, or sometimes what happens is they'll activate, let's say, like Mystic Mind, you think, yo, I gotta get rid of that ASAP, but the thing is that they'll bait you and then they'll go off with their play. But in this instance, again, it's just showcasing off a few different ways to really utilize this deck, and other ways and other setups that you can, again, utilize. So here we're still getting multiple hand trap. The Lanius actually has a pretty good effect. During your main phase, if this card was in the graveyard because it was sent there, you could add any Raid Raptor card. There's a lot of free searchability with, obviously, the Raid Raptors. And again, they don't really have you locked into any, like, downsides. And again, the Soulshave Force, since you're setting it immediately and it's not a quick play, you can activate at the same turn. And look at this, we're ended up with double Cyber Dragon Infinities and, of course, the double Blade. So, I mean, you could completely drop the Orcust if you wanted to, because, again, you're just utilizing this and the Time Thieves. It's basically the same thing. Unless Rusty Bardiche goes away, the combo is still going to be very, very strong. Now we're seeing up against the Cleese. Haven't seen this deck in a while, honestly. I remember when I used to play this deck with the Triple Towers, but now Triple Towers is no longer that good. There's too many things in the extra deck that just get rid of it. Specifically Borload, Sword. I mean, like, you can even go for really any Link monster because it's only affected by things that are under it from levels or ranks, but obviously Links completely get around that mechanic. Once again, going straight into double Cyber Dragon Infinity, double Blades, and we're just going to go ahead and pass it off to our opponent. And you've got 4 negates versus, normally you'd have double Blade and then Crescendo, which is 2 negates. Unfortunately, Cyber Dragon Infinity is a light, so you won't get that effect. But the thing that I like with this combo is it doesn't lock you specifically to the darks. Also, Crescendo has an effect where it's like only machine, which technically this card is a machine, surprisingly. Yeah, it has to be dark. But I just wanted to go ahead and showcase off some more plays just so you guys can get an idea of what you can do with this deck. But pretty much you open up with Regulator and you're going to be able to make a full board once again with basically just one card, because this card searches out the other card and this card just lets you just special summon it, and of course this card's going to get you the free card. And then once again you're seeing like the rinse and repeat. Then Y Strick's going to go ahead and set the Soul Shade Force. Just go ahead and completely go off from basically one card. Yeah, technically you might need to have like another card to either discard or do whatever, but the core concept is the same. It's just one card, and Mermaid ban, no problem. Regulator's all you needed. Do you see Mermaid in here? Not needed. So I really feel like this deck is going to be very strong. Again, we're missing one card from the TCG. It's only OCs right now, which is the... I mean, we still technically do have Mermaid in here, but I mean, how many times have you seen it actually being used? And that was kind of the point of this video, because I've had a discussion with a lot of people. What do you actually hit in the Orcust combo? Dingirsu just came out. I mean, that card is insane, but you're seeing we don't even need to really go for that, and that's why I feel like this deck has a lot of potential. So, again, Cyber Dragon Infinity. Go ahead and bring back the Vulture, which is just going to go ahead and let us go straight into another Soul Shade Force. And again, you could just go ahead and search out any of the Raid Raptor cards. Insane stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and actually absorb the Infinity here. And then we go ahead and just go for an Ultimate Falcon. And on top of that, you get to activate that effect turn 1 because your opponent has no monsters, which is really unfair because it's like turn 1, your opponent's not going to have a monsters if it's your turn. So double Infinity. I mean, this card just straight up beats the Sky Strikers. I mean, you can make Avermax have been doing that as well, and that also kind of beats the deck. We don't have it showcased off, but again, I just really like this deck. Now, I know you guys think, why are the life points at 22,000? Doesn't matter. The point is a tag duel. I don't know why this guy decided to put the life points at that amount, but he decided to put the life points at that amount, and it's a tag duel. But the guy's going to go ahead, and he's playing some Six Samurais. He's just looking for that gateway of the 6 Sam. Not happening though. He's going for that Barian Shark, and he's just like, dude, I really need that gateway. That's all this guy is looking for. Where's the gateway? You can go ahead and put that to the top. He finally gets the gateway, but it doesn't matter. It's mostly just to showcase off once again this key concept of just Regulator, go into your standard stuff. You can also technically do some extra burn damage with Napalm. But anyways, it's kind of slow, but it's just another level 4 Raid Raptor at the end of the day. Once again, going into Phoenix. And then this instance, I wanted to show, the combo with this over here. And one thing that's important, if you're doing this combo, in this instance, I know he happened to have a Yugioh, but if you happen to have the Mermaid, use Soul Shade Force, and that's the important thing. You can summon it here. If your opponent doesn't have a monster, like let's say it's turn 1, right? Your opponent's obviously not going to have anything in turn 1 that's going to be in the extra deck zone, unless it's something like random, very specific thing. But anyways, the point is that you Mermaid, and then you Soul Shade Force, and then you put that monster down below. Then you go ahead and start using the other zone, so then you can instantly have either Cyber Dragon Infinity, or of course the Ultimate Falcon, and then on top of that you will have the ability to go for the standard Orcust combo. So it's just showcasing what you can still do as of right now, when we still have Mermaid. But I mean, look at this board turn 1. That is insane. I mean, we took a monster. We have a negate with Infinity. We obviously have the Crescendo, so that's another stop. This is basically like a boss monster. I'd say this is probably one of the best boss monsters at the moment. And then we have double blades over here, because like before, I thought Chaos Max was super awesome, and then like I made a really cool video on that one, and a lot of you guys loved it. But like the problem with that is just like the Link monsters. If you can't Zaborg them, you're not going to be able to lock out every single deck. But cool stuff indeed. This last play over here. Yo, Cubics. Yeah, I know you guys think this deck is a joke, but like, dude, this card is so OP. The card where it's like you just banish one. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Well, he's not gonna be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh anyways. Okay. Well, the point is the card where it banishes itself to add another self. Like, you just cycle through too many cards like for free with, of course, that combo. But anyways, Soul Shade Force once again going in. I'm gonna go ahead and make that Cyber Dragon Infinity. But really good stuff indeed. when any card effect is activated, stop that from going off. We're going to go ahead and not let him get off that indulgence. He's going to go ahead and go for Yugioh. So he's going to send a cubic, but that's not happening. And then he's going to go ahead and go for the cubic king. And, well, you guys already know the story. That's going to be pretty much like, I mean, it wasn't looking too good anyways. He still had another negate over there. And then once again, go ahead and make another Cyber Dragon Infinity. Great stuff indeed. And again, this is the one time we actually got to use Rusty Bargish's effect from actually popping for its effect. Great stuff indeed. And then that's going to go ahead and be game. But anyways, now that you guys have seen it in action and know that like it's a pretty legit deck, I mean, it's basically a one-card combo. What I like with this, and like I was actually considering running this in Danger variant. I never really thought of like the Raid Raptors, but like looking at it now, like if Mermaid gets banned, this is the go-to setup. Oh, we also technically need this card to come out in the TCG, unless you're just playing online. Then at that point, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I just don't know why it's taking them so long. Like, we need this card. It absolutely, well, it's required for the deck. Like, if you're trying to play this deck without it, I'd say it's the terrible idea. But it does give us an option if Mermaid gets banned. A lot of people, again, I'm curious to know in the comment section below, in the standard Orcust combo, what do you guys actually ban? I mean, a lot of people would just say Mermaid. But like again, the point of this video was to show off like Mermaid ban, no problem with this new build. Now, this is the build that you guys did see in the gameplay, but I want to give some suggestions and add to it. But shoutouts to my boy Teriyaki for actually building this deck. It's actually insane. First off, we got 1 copy of Nightmare, 3 copies of Thrasher, 2 copies of 10th Thief Winder, and then we got 1 of the Harp Horror. I usually recommend playing multiple copies of these, especially if you're playing Dangers or if you want to play Twin Twisters. It's just a great discard outlet to continue your combo after maybe something gets stopped. And then of course we have the Mimicry Lanius, and we got 2 copies of the Bezel Ship. I even don't mind running multiple copies because you can still utilize this just for that effect of and this card's in graveyard, you just detach material. You can go for the standard Orcust combo, right? And if this card's in the grave, like you obviously go for your combo, you can, once you make the first Galatea and you throw the Dingirsu on top and attach, of course, the Symbol Skeleton, you can just detach that Symbol Skeleton immediately and have quick access to having that card already in the graveyard for potentially next turn. So I like it for that as well. And then we also have the Vulture here. This basically just gives you another one of the Soul Shade Force, or you can go for that. It just lets you add another rank up spell. And then Napalm, I'm really not a fan of this card. I understand it does have some utility just because it's just another like name is really what it comes down to. And then we have, of course, the MVP card. You do 1 card easy combo, GG, 1 card combo, Mermaid, ban. Like I said, I know that you will need maybe like another card, but it doesn't really matter what that extra card is via whatever discard outlet. It's still basically like a 1 card setup. Insane stuff. And then we got the Singing Lanius over here. It's just a free special summon. And then we've got, of course, 1 symbol. Like I would say you only need to run 1 symbol for the most part. And then, of course, the Cloak, and then he opted to run the double boots. Like I said, if you're running the 3-card engine, I really think the great idea is also to play, if you wanted to go for Redoer more often, you can play that other Phantom Knights card, Shade, Brigandine, and you can just go straight into, I mean, even this card could go straight into this because it doesn't require your Raid Raptor monsters. For I don't know what reason, like, when I saw this, I'm like, wait, how did you make that again when you made it with Thrasher? Yeah, it just needs to be 2 level 4 monsters, so you can just make this real easy. And again, the thing that I like with this Raid Raptor build is it doesn't limit you to just going for, like, when you go for the Nightmare combo, for the rest of the turn, where is it, it gains... you can only summon dark monsters. So I was thinking that like I was even gonna try to take this a step further and just run like the Mermaid with the Neo Aqua's Dolphin. I was messing around with a Saryuja build. I know we're getting into like topics for like another video, but I was even thinking that like with the extra summon that Saryuja does offer, you can theoretically go for the Aqua Dolphin, and if you discard Dragoons, you can add the Atlantean Prince, and then you could do the full combo, go for Glacia, so you wouldn't be limited to going just for darks. So you could even end up with obviously, let's just use this for example. Okay, you knock one card with, of course, the Dolphin, and then you get 2 cards with, of course, the Moonland Glacia, and then you still happen to have the combo with the Orcust combo after everything again. Then Crescendo is basically negate anything. At that point, you've hit 4 cards out of your opponent's hand, and on top of that, if you happen to play with the Abyssius, you can actually go and utilize the Lapis Dragon later on, and you just keep that level 5 tuner, and then when you special summon the Silent Boots towards the very end of the combo, you can actually either go into a Savage Dragon, and at that point, you negate 5 cards. So, like, I'm still thinking about how I want to modify this deck, because I still want to, like, I want to build this, but, like, I'm going to modify it. But anyways, we're talking about the Phantom Knights, and then Last Strix, 3 copies of Lure, 2 copies of Instant Fusion, 1 for 1, 3 copies of Soul Shave Force, and then we've got the Reinforcement of the Army, Astral Force, Reborn, 3 copies of Called, 3 copies of Impermanence, 2 copies of the Blade and Crescendo. For the extra deck, we got our Instant Fusion target, Ultimate Falcon, Satellite Cannon, Dingirsu, 2 copies of Infinity, Time Thief Redoer, 2 copies of Force Strix. We got the Polar Ursa. This card kind of can be dropped, to be honest. And then we have the Phoenix, Galatea, White Strix, and Mermaid. The extra deck room is very tight. However, one really important suggestion, I know we do happen to have Impermanence, but another great addition that I have really been loving, I know this sounds kind of weird, but Thousand Eyes... Is it 1,000 Dash Eyes? 1,000 Dash Eyes. This card helps out so much against Inspector Border, against any Thunder Dragon Colossus, like any this card basically forces them. It's like you playing the Salaman Greats. Dude, I've been loving Instant Fusion into 1,000 Eyes Restrict, and then you just be like, okay, I'm gonna take your, take whatever, and then like they're forced to activate because if they can't, then like, well, goodbye Rage Roar, like So I like this card. I think this would be a really great addition to the deck, since of course you basically are just using this for just the extra monster. But I understand you are playing this because it's level 4, so I understand that again it does let you kind of extend your combo, and the off chance that you don't happen to have Regulator. But anyways, yeah, that is indeed the deck, guys. Insane 1-card strategies, again, with Regulator. Even after, again, we made that video with the 1-card combo of negate. Oh, it was a 1-card combo to negate anything. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen that 1-card combo to negate anything, I'll leave it down below in the pinned comment. But it doesn't work anymore. This is like the updated version of 1-card combo Time Thief Regulator. It's still OP, man. Anyways. Let me know, yeah, like I said, what do you think should be banned? I think we went over the extra deck. Okay. I'll mouse over it. Sorry, I lost track. Yeah, we did go over the extra deck. Sorry. Lost my train of thought. Dude, we're making this video 20 minutes long. But anyways, yo, we hit that 10 minutes, boys. Let's go. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Smash that bell because YouTube is broken in 2019. And if you guys got any crazy idea replays, I feel like this one... I could just drop, like I said, I'm like tempted just to drop the entire Orcust engine because this card drawing, it sucks. Especially if you only play 1, then like you don't get to go off with the combo. But if you play 2 of them and you draw doubles, well that's just unfortunate. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. I'm signing out.